going on, guys? It's Taste here, bringing you another video a little bit later than I wanted to because I've been at my dad's and didn't have all my stuff there to record stuff, and then I came back and had matches, tournament matches and game battles and stuff, which have stopped me being able to have the full time to render out and upload a video because internet is atrocious here. It takes all day, and I'm bringing you some competitive gameplay here. On the subject of game battles, this is Endeavour Alpha versus some team I can't remember the name of. Search and Destroy Underground. As you can see, there's me, Restless Command, Pantera and Jordan playing in this one, so obviously 4v4, but I'm not going to talk too much about the gameplay. I'll probably summarise it at the end or something. I'm going to talk about life this time, not like the deep ponderous questions people ask, although there'll probably be a topic of it within there, but the lifestyle and how you go about living, what people want in their lives. To the point of where all I really want in my life is people. Part of the reason why I play card is the people. I enjoy being able to game on there in a community, being able to play with a lot of people. I normally only play in full parties, partly because the green triangle is always awful when you go into pubs and you can't win with them, and most of them don't have mics or anything like that, but I just like to be able to talk to people while I'm playing, even if it's just like the communication in game battles and you're not actually having conversations or anything. But although we do mess about quite a lot anyway. I mean, I know we have had, I don't know if we've done it in actual game battles, but we've done it in scrims we're supposed to be taken really, really seriously, especially against like Endeavour Charlie, where we're just like singing down the mics when we're trying to play seriously, and it's always fun and stuff, but we do take it seriously quite a bit. But that's what I enjoy about everything, playing with card. It's all the people. Like, I could be awful and I'd still enjoy it. I know there are some people who do not play particularly seriously. They don't really try and outperform everyone. They just play because they enjoy it quite a lot. There's a couple of them in Endeavour do it, and they're quite happy to do so. They enjoy everything there because obviously with the community and the people around, that's how they enjoy playing. So it got me thinking about like how I choose to live my life, because I live my life for people. I don't do things for much of any other reason, which is part of why my university goes how it is. I was going to say this in the first video, but I think the audio cut off and that was the bit that was missing, so I'll say it again just in case. It's the university. I started off in my first year and I was running off of first and I was going to stuff, but it was boring the hell out of me, because you'd end up going to these tutorials on stuff that you'd been taught at secondary school anyway, and then the person is just stand at the front and go through redundant questions on the board like you're 3 years old and just can't understand anything, and he's just talking to you as though you don't actually know what's going on, despite the fact that everyone in there clearly does, and it's just mind draining. So I stopped going to stuff, and I still came out with the first after that, and then I got into my second year and the same sort of stuff started to happen at the beginning, so I stopped going to stuff, and then in my absence it quite quickly got a little bit more complicated. But I don't, after looking back on the stuff that was done, I don't think it was necessarily the fact it was complicated. I think it was more that I just didn't know that's what I was being asked when it came up to it. So I'm going to have to start going to stuff now so that I can actually keep up and stay into university. But people ask me if I regret not going to stuff in the first semester because I've now failed it, and I don't, not even remotely. I'm perfectly happy with how I chose to spend that time out with people, enjoying myself, just doing whatever I wanted, because that's all I'm that bothered about. But this is by no means things that I would advise to other people necessarily, because a lot of people in their life will want the things that a university degree will give them, and they're going to need to work for it. And I'm not going to say that I'm like intelligent and can just coast through things, because I obviously can't. I'm failing. What I'm trying to say is that I've chosen not to because I enjoy doing other things, and I'm aware of the consequences. I'm aware that if I fail university, my job prospects will decrease and I won't get as much money in the things, and I won't be able to afford the things that I want. But you don't buy people, so I'm not that bothered. I mean, like, really, I don't want the people that are going to be bothered about hanging about with me because I'm poor either. So the people I actually want to hang about with are still available to me, whether I have these job prospects or not. So then people often ask me, like, why do I go to university? And I go to university simply because at the age of 18 I was given the option of competing with people that have 10 years more work experience and better qualifications than me to get a job, or I could have the government pay for me to get PS3, HD PVR, a load of stuff, a load of beer, and live quite happily in the city with a load of people for 3 years. So I know which one I'm picking. It wasn't a difficult choice for me to make at all, and I'm quite happy with everything that's going on. But it does make me wonder, with how I plan on doing things and how I don't really care how society wants me to live my life. Like, how many people only live the way society wants them because society wants them to? Like, if no one ever cared about whether you had a job or anything like that, how many people would go and get one? Like, not through laziness, which is what I often get accused of, but like because they genuinely are not bothered if they have one. They would much rather spend their time doing something else. How many of those people are there out there? And if they all decided one day that they fuck society, fuck the system, fuck the rules, let's just go and do exactly what we want. We don't care about going to work anymore, we don't care about getting educations or anything like this. We're just going to do whatever the hell we want until we run out of the resources to do it. How many people would still be in this society that is forcing us to do this? And would society then have changed completely? If everybody just did whatever the hell they wanted, would there even be the need for education and jobs and money and such? I mean, obviously there's got to be the certain point of gaining skills, such as, you know, one of the things that people worry about me at uni for is because sometimes I'll go days without eating just because I'm simply having too much fun doing other stuff to find the time in my day to do something as simple as put something in the microwave and eat it. And it gets to that form of extreme because I'm doing other stuff. I'm out, or I'm even just on my PS3 talking to people. I don't want to have to stop and go and eat and come back and all of this. It's just more hassle than I really want. So I don't bother. And people don't quite seem to understand it, which I don't really expect them to. I mean, I don't know how many people that I've just listened to me ramble on about this for have understood it either. But it'd be interesting to see in comments, if you liked, whether you have and your opinions on it and how you live your lives as well, whether you feel that there is the sort of need to live by society's rules to a degree. I mean, obviously I'm aware of the consequences, like in the big extreme there's like homeless people, but they could be the happiest people in the world for all you know. They're not necessarily people that have failed, they could easily be people that have succeeded far greater than you ever are going to, simply by accepting the fact that they're going to be homeless. But that's what they want. They may have their little homeless community or whatever. I mean, sounds like I'm sort of mocking them, but I'm not. Like, if these people can live homelessly and they have people around them that they really enjoy their time with, like, I could do that if I really, really wanted to. I don't, and I'm hopefully not going to. I'd rather have the people around me and not be homeless. But if given literally the choice, I could quite easily pick just having people around me and not having any prospects at all. And it does make me wonder what society would be like if other people had this, well, not necessarily have the point of view but act on it. I'm sure there are some people out there that do feel like they're forced into the education system and the employment system, but don't really want to be, not because of laziness but because of the want for just socialness. Just that is how they're happy and that's how they want to follow it. So it does make me wonder quite a lot about that. I do want to talk quickly about my next video before this one ends. It's question and answer, hopefully. I have a thread on Endeavour Gaming forum that has been up for a day now, I think. I'll put a link to that in the description for people that are members on there. I'll take questions off the comments on this YouTube, and I'll take questions from Facebook when I upload this video as my stats on there. That's the final kill from this. As you can see, that's a 4-1 victory for Alpha, I think, after losing the first round. I didn't particularly shine out, but I played well enough, so I thought I might as well upload it. And I think that's pretty much all I've got for today. I'll see you about.